Hello children, welcome to today's class. We are going to begin with the product chain. Okay, the products are manufactured or created in the factories. So they are manufactured, produced or created in the factories. So the factories are referred to as the producers since they produce the products. That is why factories are referred to as producers. From producers, the products will reach the wholesaler. From wholesaler, the products will reach the retailer. From retailer, the products will reach the customer or the consumers. So this is the product chain. In our further class, we will be seeing who is a wholesaler, who is a retailer. Okay? Come, let's move on to the topic. So, wholesalers. Wholesalers are the people who buy things in bulk. That is, they will buy the things in more quantity directly from the manufacturer and sell it to the retailers or to any other users. So, the name itself says wholesaler. Whole means they will buy in lot or they will buy in bulk. Okay, and they will sell it to the retailers or to any other users. These wholesalers rarely sell goods to the customers because they deal in such large quantities and buy directly from the producers. Wholesaler may sell goods at lower prices than retailers. So there are chances for the people to buy products for low price when buying from the wholesalers. Wholesalers buy things in bulk. Wholesale market is a place where the wholesalers bring their goods and sell them. The products can be varying from electronic items to vegetable, fish, flowers, anything like that. Okay, ma? So, each product has a different market. For example, if you consider the case of fish, fish has separate market. If you consider in the case of flowers, flowers have separate wholesale market. If you consider in the case of cloth, cloth have a different wholesale market. If you consider in the case of vegetable, vegetable alone has a different wholesale market. Fruits alone has a different wholesale market. So, each product has different markets, different wholesale markets. Example, Godown Street in Chennai. It is the wholesale market for textile industry. And if you consider the Coimbatore vegetable market, the Coimbatore vegetable market is an example for wholesale vegetable market. Moving on to retailers. Retailers buy goods from the wholesalers, or sometimes, rarely, retailers can also buy goods from the manufacturer itself. Retailers sell goods in small lots from a fixed location such as shops or directly to the customers. Retailers sell goods in small lots. These are the shops from which most people buy things for direct usage. The neighborhood shops can be retail shops. As I already said, retailers either buy the goods in bulk directly from the manufacturer or from the wholesaler. They then sell the goods in smaller quantities to the end user. Who are the end users? We the customers or the consumers are the end user. So retailers sell the goods in smaller quantities to the consumers or customers or end users. Now, retailers often charge different amount from different types of customers. Some retailers allow bargaining. If you go, for example, if you go to T Nagar and all, if you go for shopping on the shops, you can go and bargain. If possible, that particular salesperson will give you the amount which you have bargained. If in the case of bargaining, the quoted price will be high, that is the actual price will be high, but the final price after bargaining will be low. That particular salesperson may allow bargaining and give you the price which you ask. In other shops, prices may be fixed. They won't allow bargaining and all. So through retailers, the goods reach the customers or the consumers. I repeat, wholesalers buy goods directly from the manufacturers and they buy in bulk. Okay? The retailers buy either from the wholesalers or directly from the manufacturer and they sell directly to the customers. Retailers sell goods in small lots to the customers. So, how do the retailers attract customers? The retailers attract customers by displaying the products attractively. Only by using proper display techniques, the customer will get attracted towards the products and they will show their interest to buy the products in retail shops. Moving on to the types of retailers. So, mobile retailers. Mobile retailers means these people will be moving from one place to another. The retail salesperson will be moving from one place to another. The example for mobile retailers are the sellers whom you see on the roadsides, on the platforms, the people who will be selling on the train journey and all, the ice cream vendors, the pani puri shops, and the kulfi boys on the road, and mobile carts, etc. They are the mobile retailers. They will be moving and selling from one place to another. Single line shops. Single line shops are they will be selling only certain things. For example, if you consider stationery, only stationery items will be sold. If you consider medical shops, only medicines will be sold. If you consider bakeries and confectionaries, only baked items will be sold. I can't go and ask for a tablet in an ice cream parlor, right? So only certain types of things will be sold. On the image you are seeing the automobile spare parts shop. So they will be selling all kind of brake wires, engine oils, tire tubes, lubricating oils, seat covers, vehicle mat, like that, etc. So they will be selling only certain things. They are referred to as single line shops. The department store retailer, this shop will be having sections or various departments. For example, vegetables will be in a department, fruits will be in a separate department, dairy products will be in a separate department, biscuits will be in separate department, toiletries will be in a separate department, juice varieties will be in a separate department. Like that, separate products will be displayed in various departments. We will be having a wide range of products here in department store. Chain store is managed by the manufacturer himself. So they will be selling goods of one kind. For example, Reebok showroom, Bata showroom, Adidas showroom, Patanjali. What are the factors that determine people's choice of markets? First of all, the market or the shop should provide good quality products. Then those good quality products should be given at the cheaper rates or low prices with good discounts also often. Then it is also based on the salary that the person gets. So if I get low salary, I won't be able to go for hi-fi shops and all. Based on my salary only, I can choose my market. And based on the location of market, how comfortable the shop or the market is for the customer to reach. Then availability of wide range of products. Many brands, many products should be available in that particular shop or market. Only then the customers will prefer that. Last but not the least, the shop must offer or the market must offer credit purchase. Credit purchase means, for example, if I want to buy an AC, okay, consider the cost of the AC as 50,000. Okay, initially I have an amount of 20,000. So I pay the 20,000 amount and get that AC. The balance 30,000 will be paid by me every month in installments. Okay, that is called as credit purchase. So the market or the shop should provide with credit purchase. Only then the customer will be able to buy easily. So these are the factors determining people's choice of market. Thank you.